Hey YouTube family, it's Sarah and this is my week 75 update out from VSG, or vertical sleeve gastrectomy weight loss surgery, which I had on November 30th, 2012 in Mexicali, Mexico with Dr. Aceves. So this week's update is going to be, I guess, a little different than most because I'll do the numbers really quickly and then instead of talking about what I've been eating or exercising or not exercising or NSVs, I'm gonna talk about a big decision that I've made as far as my journey goes. So it is an update video of sorts, although it doesn't just have to do with this week, but here I am. So my highest weight was 460 pounds. Day of surgery was 420 pounds. Last week I was 220.5 and this week I'm 221.3, which is a gain of 0.8 pounds. I have been like losing and gaining the same pound, it seems, for like the last 4 weeks. Yeah, I'm just plateaued, I guess. What I eat doesn't really seem to have a huge bearing on what's happening with my weight right now, so I just keep on keeping on and trying to make good choices. And you know, my eating habits haven't really changed recently, so I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, I mean, after never really having a plateau during my like major weight loss phase, I kind of feel like I deserve it at this point. So yeah, it is what it is. So, I mean, I guess that kind of plays into what I'm going to talk about, but in a way it really doesn't. If you have watched my videos, you know I've been struggling for quite a few months, actually, with goal and what that means, and even with what part the scale goal plays versus the other goals that I have, because I like to think I have multiple goals, but I do have a scale goal. And at the beginning of my journey, my scale goal was 190 pounds. And that was basically just based on what I was told when I was 16. They gave me sort of the full workup, water weighing, body composition, all that stuff. And they told me 180 pounds should be my goal weight. And so I added 10 pounds to that, thinking, well, okay, I'm an adult now, you know, I'm 20 years older, I'm 36. My bone mass has probably increased quite a bit from being obese, and plus I have extra skin. So I upped that to 190. And then I went through a period where I decided that I was going to up that to 210 because I thought that that was more realistic. And then I got to 220 and I was like, oh, you know what? I definitely can still lose 20 or 30 pounds. I'll go back to 190 as a goal. So I've kind of vacillated between 190 and 210 as my scale goal weight. And I was talking to my friend Max last night, and Max is my best friend. He, you know, is not part of the community, is not a weight loss surgery. And so, you know, sometimes it can be useful. And actually, I think Tanya said this last night on Fat Kings, which was amazing. VSG Tanya and VSG Kirk, fantastic. She said sometimes it's useful to talk to people who aren't in the community because their impressions of things, you know, are different, or the way they feel about things are different. So we were talking, and I was, you know, just sort of rehashing the stuff I've talked about with you guys before, saying that I felt like I was maybe being vain by putting all this time and effort into losing 20 or 30 pounds. But at the same time, I wanted to do that so that I could get the best results possible from my plastics, and that I was happy with where I was, that like my size isn't really my issue right now. It's really my loose skin that's my issue, which has nothing to do with how much I weigh. And in fact, the more weight I lose now, the worse progressively that my skin will get. So yeah, I mean, I was just kind of going back and forth in my head, and again, you know, I've been thinking about this for literally months, trying to process exactly how I feel about it. And you know, I sort of had said, like, if the goal is to be happy and satisfied with your weight as it relates to your life, then I've reached that goal. But I haven't reached my scale goal. So finally, I just realized that it's not that I feel that I'm being vain by wanting to lose an extra 20 pounds. It's not that I think there's anything wrong with that. But I do think that the only reason I was focused on 190 is just because I said I wanted to get there. And that at this point, it may not be realistic for me. And it's more important for me to have a goal that is realistic and achievable at this point, and to be able to say that I got to that goal, than to, have to, I guess, artificially get to a goal where I'll just end up gaining again. Like, I can get to 190, but I probably will have to drastically, work out more than I normally would, or eat way less calories than I normally would. And at this point in my journey, I just don't want to do that. I just want to eat healthy, eat the right things. I mean, I'm still eating, 1,000 calories a day. Like I said in a past video, if I can't eat 1,000 calories a day and lose weight, I probably shouldn't be losing any more weight. Like, that's just where I'm at. So I've decided that I am going to call number goal at 210 pounds. 210 is a significant number for a couple of reasons. 210 is a 250 pound loss from my highest weight, which is a nice round number. And 210 would also be my lowest adult weight. The last time I weighed less than 210 pounds was when I was 12 years old. And the lowest weight I weighed after that, so when I was in high school, was 212. So 210 would be my lowest teenage or adult weight. And it would be a 250 pound loss. So I'm comfortable with that. I'm comfortable with 210 because calling goal doesn't mean that I'm not going to lose any more weight. To me, calling goal means I've gotten to a place where I am comfortable with my weight, where I would be comfortable with maintaining, because I sort of feel like, yeah, I could work my ass off to get to 190 or 199 or whatever, but I might have a hard time maintaining at that weight. So if I just work my butt off just to get to 199 for that one day and then go up 10 pounds, in the 2 weeks after that, what will the point have been other than for me just to say that I did it? Right? Would I still love to be 199 one day? Sure. And maybe that will happen after plastics. Who knows? I'm sure that I have a fair amount of excess skin having lost 250 pounds. So, I may get there someday. It doesn't mean I'm giving up on being 190 or under 200. It just means that I feel like for me, my scale goal needs to be a number that I feel like I can achieve, at some point in the next 6 months. And I think that a 10 or I guess an 11 pound loss at this point is definitely achievable. And I feel like that is a place where I can be comfortable. And, I won't have reached every goal. I still have fitness goals and goals about my relationship with food and my relationship with my body that I, want to reach that aren't so black and white as a number on the scale. But I feel like getting to that scale goal is still important to me. So that's why I've made that decision. And, there are probably maybe people out there who feel like I am somehow, giving up or settling because I'm not focused on losing as much weight as I can and trying to be skinny. But frankly, I just don't care. I've lost almost 90% of my excess weight at this point. I think if I get down to 210, I will have lost 92.5% of my excess weight. Losing 250 pounds is enough for me. I know that may not make sense to everyone, but it makes sense to me, and that's the important part. In the end, what other people think doesn't really matter. I did this for me and for my family, and I'm happy, they're happy. That's really what the most important thing is. And, as I've said, the further out that I get on this journey, the more I realize that my goals now have really shifted to not even... I guess it is a lifestyle thing, but it's shifted to building a healthy relationship with food and building a way of eating that I can do for the rest of my life and finding a weight that I can maintain for the rest of my life comfortably, not struggling. it's not that I don't want to work at it, but I don't want it to consume my life. I'm not willing to do that. That's me. If you are, that's great. I'm not. So I need to do what makes sense to me. You know, I want a healthy relationship with food. I want a healthy relationship with my body. I want to be able to love myself. I want to heal from the damage that I've done to my body and my mind and my emotions. I want to learn more about what it was that got me to 460 pounds. Those are my goals now. This is probably going to sound weird, but I almost feel like those are more important goals than how much weight I've lost or the number on the scale or the size of my pants. I feel like those are the goals that when I attain them, they are going to be the key to my long-term success, more so than any number or weight loss or whatever will. So I guess what I'm saying is I am making a choice, and I want to make a video about this hopefully soon. You get to choose every day. You get to get up in the morning and make choices that are gonna change your life. Not necessarily in big ways, but you choose every day. I choose to be happy. I choose a life that is full. I choose to love myself and accept myself as I am. It doesn't mean that I can't try to improve on it. It doesn't mean that I can't want to make changes to myself, but I want to wake up in the morning and choose to love myself every day, just the way I am. And I think that being able to do that is really the way that you can make progress in making change and in moving forward, is finally just learning to embrace what you have before you ask for more. So I don't know if that made a whole lot of sense, but I just feel like I had a real kind of epiphany last night about where I am on this journey and what's important to me. And, you know, I'm definitely going to work at getting that 10 pounds off and getting to my 210 goal. And I'll be happy to make a goal video and you know, I guess a goal / 250 pound loss video when that happens. And don't get me wrong, I'll be excited about seeing that number on the scale, but I guess it's not as important as I thought it was once I've kind of realized what's important to me on this journey. And I don't say that to lessen the importance of the number for you, because everyone's different and everyone has different priorities. And if the number is the be all and end all for you, that's okay too. This isn't a judgment of that. This is just I guess my truth as far as this journey goes. So I'm excited to share that with you guys today. So that's it. I'm hopefully going to get to make a video tomorrow because I want to do that video on vanity versus confidence, which I haven't had a chance to do this week because I've been busy with work, but I really want to do that. So hopefully that'll happen tomorrow. And until then, always remember, it's not just about what you've lost. It's about what you've gained. Have a good one.